What's going on, guys? So in this video, it's going to be completely different than my last video or any other video I've done, really. I want to explain to you guys how I was pretty much broke. My wife and I had like $92 in our bank account, and this wasn't recent. This was a while ago. My wife and I at the time were actually living down in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and we had a decent amount of money. But I decided that it was now or never. I was gonna be very successful or I wasn't, and now was gonna be the time, and I was gonna figure it out from there. In hindsight, looking at it from my point of view now, it's probably not the wisest decision, because if it didn't go my way, I don't know what I would have done, where that would have put my family and myself, because we didn't really have any other money. We didn't have any other options. But I ended up taking a few $1,000s at that time. And this wasn't a few $1,000s, not like a lot of money, but when you only have a few $1,000s and you're waiting on so much other stuff coming in, yeah, it's hard. So this was before any of my stuff really took off. But what I did was end up spending a little bit under $3,000, and I ended up getting a bunch of websites developed, ended up hiring a bunch of people, and it was just a gamble. It was an educated risk that I was taking. It was something that I calculated all the the ups and downs, the factors, everything that went into it. And before I made that decision, I decided, if I want to be successful, I need to put more money back into my business, not just take out what it was making. So the whole point of this video and the whole point of the story is that at some point you will have to take a risk. When you take that risk, or what that risk is on, that's completely up to you, and it depends on what business you're in. For me, I was creating websites at the time. If I put all that money in and we were stuck having less than $100 in the bank account, I don't know what would have happened. But by putting money back into the business, what I saw very quickly was that the more money I put back into the business, the more money that it returned. And so that got me to how I think now, that the more money I can put into whatever business it is that I'm working on, the more money it's going to bring back. Okay? If it can return double what I put into it, great. Triple, quadruple, whatever it is, as long as it's more than what I put in, I'm going to keep doing that, because that's how you grow a business. That's how you succeed in life. You have to put in more effort. The more effort you put in, the more effort you're going to see back, the more results. So many people ask me, what did you do? What was that one thing you did that makes you different than everybody else? And the only thing I can really tell you, because I'm not doing anything different than everybody else. The stuff that I do, I guarantee you there's at least probably 100 people out there in the world, maybe 1,000 or 10,000, that are doing the exact same thing, down to the exact same strategies. But what makes me different is that I'm diversified across so many different businesses, so many different strategies, and this is strictly just online business. I'm diversified, and what that allows me to do is I can put money in different places, because I can risk it in certain spots. But that's also because I have money. When you have money, you can do that. You can risk that money, because if that thing fails, you can just go right over here and you can get money there, and you're going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. But you don't start out that way. That's not how I started out. I started out risking it all and hoping that I'd make money. But there was no guarantee. There still is no guarantee with any business, especially online business. You never know what's going to happen. You're always playing in somebody else's backyard. Google, Amazon, Lending Club, the stock market. I can't tell you how many times I've lost money in the stock market because it just quickly turns. It's a gamble. With business, you gotta be prepared to not only risk a little bit of money, but be prepared to lose that money. If you're not prepared to lose that money and you can't afford to lose that money, don't put it in. Don't risk it. So many people are risking money they can't afford to lose. Now, I can tell you just from my own experience that I risked money that I couldn't afford to lose. What would have happened? I could have probably turned to family and friends, and we would have been okay. It was probably about 3 months after that, after I risked that and got the website business going, that I went full-time I was a full-time freelance writer. I was writing articles for other people, writing, thesis papers, articles for websites, articles for email campaigns. I was doing so many things. Resumes, cover letters, whatever it took. I was doing that because I knew this was only temporary. I could spend a little bit of time here, make a boatload of money, and put it into my websites, put it into the next business, and it could grow. All I'm saying is that you don't have to have that one-of-a-kind idea or that one-of-a-kind strategy that's going to work in this day and age. You can use what everyone else has been using and you will be perfectly fine. But what sets you apart from everybody else is the risk you're willing to take, but also the time and effort that you're willing to put in. You have to work. There's no way around it. If you don't put in the time and effort and you're not committed to actually putting in the work, you're never going to make the money. I can't stress how much time I put in to my business, and I've never seen results out of it. Or at least I've never seen them, at that present time. It's not like you go to work, go to a 9-to-5 job and you pay you $15, $20 an hour. And every single hour you're there, okay, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. At the end of the day, okay, I worked 8 hours, I'm going to get paid $160. Great. Sometimes I'll work 8 hours. I'll work a whole week and I won't see any money from it, or I will actually lose money because I'm investing more than I'm actually earning. There's times where that happens, but you have to be able to grow. If you don't grow in business and you just stay at the same level, your competition's going to pass you. You're going to end up losing money in the end. You're going to lose employees. You're going to lose everything, your value. I'm telling you from experience that if you don't put in the time and effort, you don't do the work, you will lose money. You will lose. This is a game not to see who's going to finish first. This is a game to see who is actually going to make it to the end. Where's the end? Nobody knows. Because nobody knows where the end is, when it's going to show up. You just have to keep going every single day. Come to the office. You put in the work. Every single day, every hour, every minute. You have to keep doing something. Don't just be working. Don't be busy. Be efficient. Be productive. The more productive hours you have, and not just the busy hours you have, the better off your business is going to be. So, I know this video is more just me talking about what I've experienced in the past, but like I said, I can only tell you my experiences. I don't know what everyone else has been through. Do I have some similar experiences to other business owners, other entrepreneurs? Probably, but I don't know that for a fact. I can't tell you, this will happen because I don't know. All I know is what did happen to me. What I think might happen to me in the future. Those are things that I look at. I don't care what anybody else is doing. I don't care what the entrepreneur down the street's doing, or somebody across the, the state, or clear across the country. I don't care. All I care about is how my business is doing, how I'm running it, how things are working out for me. That's it. So, like I said, I know this video is just me talking, but I just kind of want to put that out there because I don't think a lot of people talk about the one thing that really changed their life, changed their business for the better. If there's something that happens that just screwed you over, like I know I did a video back when, months ago, maybe a year ago, about how I pretty much lost it all because Google changed their algorithm. It was bad. It happened and it was bad. So I wanted to, I kind of let you guys know, how it happened, what I did, how I overcame that. But I've never really told you what the one thing was that got me from point A to where I am now. I'm not even on point B. I'm like getting over in, G or something. I'm not even at the end of the alphabet. My road, it still continues. I still have a long way to go. But I also didn't start yesterday. So don't compare yourself to me. Don't compare yourself to the person down the street, across the country, wherever they are. You are on your own journey. You have your own path to take. Take that path. Don't worry about anybody else. Put your blinders on. Just go. Put your head down. Get the work done. I guarantee you, the more work that you can put in now, the more successful you will be later on in life. Whether it's a month from now, a year from now, or 10 years from now, I guarantee you're going to look back on this day and you're going to remember the one thing that you did to change your business. I can tell you there was a time last year, I don't know the exact time last year, but I remember that I had a decision to make. Do I keep this virtual assistant, somebody that was actually writing some content for me for websites? Do I keep them or do I let them go? They were not as efficient as I wanted them to be. So I actually just restructured their pay and how they work for me and the amount of hours that they put in. And we worked out a deal. I can tell you that because of what she did, or what she's doing now, she still works for me. What she was doing then, what she's doing now, it's actually helped my business grow. Because there's nobody else that could do what she was doing. I could have taught it to somebody else, but I didn't have the luxury to teach somebody else a new skill when I had to run my business. So I can tell you that. I can tell you what happened years ago. I can tell you when things change for the better. Whether it's a decision that I made, whether it was something lucky. Luck does happen in business. Is it a daily occurrence? No. Most days I'm not lucky. It's just because I put in the work. Months before, weeks before, even days before. I put in that work and I see the results from it. So, if there's one thing that you take away from this video, hopefully it is you have to put in the work. Whether you do it yourself, you hire somebody else to do it, or you just let it go and you just don't even worry about it, you will see the results from that decision. Whether it's a good decision, great, or a bad decision. It's up to you. You decide. So hopefully you liked this video. If you guys have any questions regarding where I was then, where I am now, something maybe you're going through right now, maybe how I could help you out in any way, let me know in the comment section below. I know every single person out there has one big decision in their life, whether it's big based on their business, or big a big life choice. I know you've had that decision. What is it? Put that in the comment section below. I'd love to read about it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe today, and I'll see you guys on the next video.